Seniors never eat these 4 vegetables and add these 2 instead. Doctors are stunned. In every grocery aisle across the world, vegetables sit like proud trophies of good health. Parents push them on picky toddlers, nutritionists praise them in every magazine, and older generations cling to them as the last line of defense against pills and hospitals. But here's the twist that startles even seasoned doctors. Not all vegetables are kind to an aging body. If you've crossed into your 60s, 70s or 80s, you may notice your body responding differently to the same plate you loved at 40. A crisp garden salad leaves you bloated. A steaming potato casserole spikes your sugar levels for hours. That hearty tomato stew you adored all winter now punishes your knees with unexplained swelling by morning. What changed? You didn't, your metabolism did. At Health Oasis, we believe that wisdom means not just living longer, but living better. So today, we are pulling back the curtain on 4 common vegetables that can slowly chip away at bone strength, joint comfort, and stable energy if you eat them mindlessly. Even more importantly, we will reveal 2 humble heroes that deserve a permanent seat at your kitchen table instead. Simple swaps that could mean the difference between creaky knees and a graceful stride through your golden years. Sit down, pour yourself a soothing herbal tea, and prepare to rethink your produce drawer in a way that would make your doctor proud. And perhaps a little surprised too. The surprising betrayal. When veggies fight against you, for decades the rule was simple. More vegetables, more health. They were the saints of every food pyramid, the heroes of every diet. But behind their crisp crunch or soft comfort lies a truth older adults can't afford to ignore. Not every vitamin-packed bite works in your favor after 60. Your digestion slows. Your kidneys filter more slowly. Your bones crave minerals to fight natural thinning. Your joints protest even the mildest inflammation. The vegetables that boosted your vitality in youth can now quietly tax your gut, block nutrient absorption, irritate joints, or flood your bloodstream with quick carbs that sabotage steady blood sugar. Meet Alice, 76, and proud of her garden patch. She grew tomatoes by the bushel, peppers bright enough to make her grandkids giggle, and spinach that threatened to overtake her fence. Every lunch was a raw salad brimming with these vegetables, crowned with olive oil and sprinkled with seeds. But by evening, Alice would sit with her feet up, ankles swollen, belly tight as a drum, and her knees throbbing. She blamed arthritis, age, genetics, the weather. It took a patient young dietitian to trace the problem back to the very garden she cherished. When Alice learned to soften certain vegetables, swap others out altogether, and introduce 2 new powerhouse greens, her bloating faded, her joints quieted down, and she found herself weeding and watering again without that evening ache she thought was simply old age. Alice's quiet victory is a living lesson for anyone who thinks vegetable automatically means benefit. Sometimes less is more. And smart swaps mean freedom for your legs and peace for your gut. First culprit, raw spinach, the oxalate heavyweight. Hiding in your salad spinach is Popeye's muscle fuel, but raw spinach has a dark side most seniors never suspect. It is loaded with oxalates, natural chemicals that bind to calcium inside your gut. Instead of nourishing your bones, this precious calcium exits your body attached to oxalate, leaving your skeleton slightly more hollow with each passing season. Over time, this oxalate burden stresses your kidneys too. Older kidneys filter more slowly, so tiny crystals can clump together into painful stones. Not exactly what you signed up for when tossing a fresh spinach salad into your lunch routine. Some seniors notice nagging back discomfort, frequent bathroom urges, or unexplained fatigue when oxalate levels creep too high. Consider Edna, who swore by her daily green smoothie. Spinach, frozen banana, a splash of almond milk. She felt saintly each morning until sharp kidney twinges sent her to urgent care. Her doctor connected the dots. Her clean eating was bombarding aging kidneys with more oxalate than they could manage. The fix? Respect spinach but don't worship it raw. A quick steam or sauté slashes its oxalate content, transforming it from saboteur to ally. Sautéed spinach pairs beautifully with garlic or a drizzle of lemon, adding gentle flavor without taxing your bones or kidneys. If you crave raw greens, mix baby kale or butter lettuce instead, both kinder on senior kidneys and digestion. Second offender, nightshades, tomatoes and peppers, stirring up old aches. If you have arthritis, the word nightshade should catch your ear. This large vegetable family includes everyday favorites like tomatoes, bell peppers, eggplants, and even humble white potatoes. These vegetables contain alkaloids, compounds that can aggravate inflammation in vulnerable joints. For some seniors, nightshades do absolutely nothing. For others, they subtly stoke old knee injuries, trigger morning stiffness in the hands, or deepen swelling in hips that already bear years of wear and tear. Picture Henry, age 82, a man who considered tomatoes his daily must-have. Pasta sauces, salsas, stuffed peppers. If it was red or green, Henry wanted seconds. But his doctor kept increasing his arthritis meds. Nothing budged the swelling until a nutritionist suggested a short nightshade break. Within a fortnight, Henry could tie his shoelaces without wincing and grip his favorite walking cane more confidently. Science still debates exactly how nightshades amplify inflammation. Some theories point to the alkaloids irritating the gut lining, which triggers a systemic immune response that migrates to weak joints. Others suspect a direct interaction with nerves that sense pain. What matters is your body's personal reaction. If your knees protest more after pizza night or stuffed peppers, experiment with a break and see how you feel. No need for gloom, you can still enjoy flavor. Use zucchini, sweet potatoes, or carrots in sauces and roasts where tomatoes once ruled. Many seniors find they barely miss nightshades once they discover the soothing relief in their joints. Third villain, raw broccoli and cabbage. Tough fiber, tougher digestion. Broccoli and cabbage are poster vegetables for cancer prevention, and rightly so when handled properly. The problem? Eaten raw, these cruciferous champions are hard on an older gut that digests more slowly and produces less stomach acid than in youth. Their tough, insoluble fiber and sulfur compounds can ferment in the large intestine, feeding gas and bloating that can turn a peaceful afternoon nap into an uncomfortable hour of belly cramps and belching. They also harbor goitrogens, substances that may interfere with thyroid function when eaten raw in large quantities. An underperforming thyroid slows metabolism, fuels fatigue, and can contribute to muscle weakness in the legs. Eleanor, a spry 78-year-old widow, adored her daily raw broccoli snack. She dipped florets in hummus while watching her favorite crime dramas, congratulating herself for choosing a healthy nibble instead of crackers. Yet every evening, she would feel bloated enough to loosen her waistband and sit gingerly until bedtime. Her niece, a registered dietitian, watched Eleanor one weekend and gently suggested steaming that broccoli instead. A light blanch or steam makes the fiber far easier for slower guts to break down. It also softens the compounds that meddle with the thyroid. Within days, Eleanor's bloating vanished, her naps returned, and she kept her healthy snack, just cooked instead of raw. Seniors do well to steam, roast, or lightly sauté cruciferous vegetables. The cancer-fighting power remains, but the gut punishment drops dramatically. Fourth trap, white potatoes. Comfort that turns on you. Few foods whisper comfort more seductively than mashed potatoes, golden fries, or buttery baked spuds. But beneath their soft fluffiness lies a hard truth. White potatoes are high on the glycemic index. This means they flood the bloodstream with sugar rapidly, giving older adults an energy rush that crashes just as fast. For seniors managing borderline diabetes or who notice wobbly knees after carb-heavy meals, White potatoes can sabotage stable blood sugar and lead to weight gain in the belly. Every extra pound around the midsection shifts posture forward, increasing strain on knees and ankles that are already performing daily miracles to keep you balanced and upright. James, age 79, could not give up his nightly potatoes. Dinner felt incomplete without them, but his doctor gently pointed out his creeping sugar levels and subtle weight gain around his waistline. A simple swap to sweet potatoes, baked, mashed, or roasted, gave James the comfort he loved with a slower sugar release, more fiber, and extra vitamins. His legs felt lighter, and his checkups calmed his family's worry. The message is clear: enjoy potatoes wisely. When craving that starchy satisfaction, sweet potatoes are your best ally. Familiar taste, less sugar shock, and extra fiber to help digestion and blood sugar stay steady. The two vegetables every senior should invite to the table. So what do you add to replace these sneaky troublemakers? Doctors increasingly recommend two unassuming heroes that nourish aging muscles, pamper your gut, and guard your bones with remarkable grace. First, zucchini. This tender green squash is gentle on digestion, naturally low in calories and carbs, and surprisingly versatile. It won't ferment noisily in your gut or swamp your bloodstream with sugar. Instead, it hydrates your tissues and delivers a mild dose of potassium to help muscles contract smoothly. Slice it raw into salads, grill it alongside fish, or saute it with garlic and herbs for a fragrant side that soothes rather than provokes your belly. Second, dark leafy greens low in oxalates like kale or bok choy. These are calcium's friends, not foes. Gently cooked, they fortify bones and provide easy-to-absorb iron and vitamin K, essential for clotting and bone remodeling. A stir-fry of bok choy with a hint of ginger or a soft kale soup with a dash of olive oil can quietly nourish your joints and strengthen the very legs that keep you exploring the garden, market or dance floor. Rediscover the joy of gentle eating. Reimagining your vegetable habits isn't punishment, it's a thoughtful upgrade. You don't have to ban beloved flavors forever. Cook spinach instead of piling it raw on every salad. Swap white potatoes for sweet potatoes once or twice a week. Trade a big bowl of raw broccoli for a steaming, lightly seasoned side dish that digests like a dream. These small, wise tweaks honor the reality that your beautiful, seasoned body deserves a menu as graceful as your years. Your legs bear you through decades of adventures. Reward them with vegetables that build them up, not secretly break them down. Your strong steps begin at the table. At Health Oasis, we know aging gracefully is about more than taking pills or counting steps on a pedometer. It's about empowering your bones, muscles and joints with every bite. When you respect your plate, you respect your freedom. The freedom to garden at dawn, stroll with friends at dusk, or dance at your granddaughter's wedding without wondering if your knees will rebel. So next time you roll your grocery cart through the produce aisle, pause and remember, not all vegetables wear white hats. Pick the ones that cheer for your bones, soothe your belly, and thank your legs for their lifelong loyalty. Eat wisely, live freely, and keep walking forward with confidence and pride. Medical disclaimer. This video essay from Health Oasis is intended for general informational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified healthcare provider regarding any questions you may have about a medical condition, diet changes, or treatment plan. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay seeking it because of something you have read here. The author and publisher disclaim responsibility for any adverse effects resulting directly or indirectly from the information provided. Individual results may vary. Reader discretion is strongly advised.